Are you gonna stop the recording?
No, that made it.
Yay!
I would like to excuse Jack.
I would not. I would like to unexcuse myself.
I will remember that.
Wet yourself, child.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Holly, and welcome back to Chronicle. This is the home where some of my favorite people, not including Jack and Lockie tonight, and I get together, tell some modern stories, and hopefully take you guys along for the ride with us. On today's episode, we're going to be playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, so if you don't know what that is by now, it's about time you get to know. We have the perfect place for you to do so right here at Chronicle. Today we're going to be returning to the world of Cthulhu because if you've been keeping up to date, you might have noticed, or you might know, that we actually weren't here last week because the majority of us went to the orchestra, so Connor took over from me doing some DMing, a one-shot, where Xander and Leah played as Peking Duck and Esther Bunny.
Yeah.
It was a horror one-shot, it was really great. I have been watching it when I get a little bit of time, and I highly encourage you guys to do that as well because, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and Connor's great at those sound effects. So, yeah, if you'd like to check that out, we have the link down below to our YouTube channel where you can see all of our archive videos over there, including the one-shot with Connor, as well as Lockie's campaign, Blissful Oblivion, set in the world of Planthera, homebrew world of his own creation, as well as Xander's campaigns. They're kind of one campaign, but two arcs, Infrasound and Slippery When Wet. We're going to be returning to that this week as well on Wednesday, so please do join us for that as well, right here Wednesday at 8. And of course, if you'd like to catch up on anything that you might have missed from the Cthulhu campaign, also known as Rift Between Worlds, please do go and check that out as well. That's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be returning to our party, who are traversing their way through plains of snow and ice, in between mountain gorges, getting themselves in very perilous situations quite a lot. They're currently trying to make their way through a dense forest filled with pine trees in some pretty heavy snow. Also, I should note that we have our social media down below as well. The Instagram, the TikTok, and there's a link to our Discord as well. So if you'd like to come and chat with us over there, please do go and check that out. And I am a Chronicle Instagram enjoyer, so highly recommend you check out the awesome art that we have over there, as well as the reels that Xander has been doing, shorts, some highlights basically of our sessions. I've been enjoying them. I like them because I'm a Chronicle Instagram enjoyer, and I encourage you guys to do so as well. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Think I hit everything. I should also note from the intro that you probably have realised that we all have the zoomies tonight. Well, most of us.
Do not blame it on me.
No, I'm not blaming it on you. I'm just saying, please bear with us. I'm going to try and rein things in with a little bit of a prologue. And because it was so successful last time, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different again with the prologue. We're going to see how it goes. So yeah, bear with me for a couple of minutes while I read through our prologue for this evening, and then we're going to get in to the actual session where we return to our colourful adventuring party who are currently, I guess, they've seen some better days. Let's just say that. They're weary from travel and they're hoping to get to Goza sometime soon. They've got still a couple of days travel, so we'll see if we get there. I optimistically named the episode Goza today.
Okay, guys, no pressure.
Gosa?
Yeah.
As in?
The town.
The town, yeah.
Oh.
What did
I'm sorry. My brain, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Well, what did you think it meant?
No.
Gyoza?
Why are we talking about Gyoza?
That would be the only thing I thought I would be confused for.
What?
Gosa.
I think,
Dirty,
yeah.
dirty boy.
What?
I
Yeah.
thought it was a Ligma joke. And I was like, oh. I'm sorry.
How many sessions have we been working towards
Talking
going to
about
Goza?
Gosa?
Yeah.
Yeah, so many.
Yeah, wow.
Every time I hear it though.
Some of us are mature, and some of
No.
us are Jack.
What? Does that mean I am Jack?
We're all Jack. Alright, let's get into the prologue unless anybody has anything they want to say before we get into it.
Please.
May I ask? I noticed you said traversing your way. Instead
Traversing
of
my way.
Are you intentionally avoiding saying making your way now?
I will be now.
Yeah, okay.
Make your way downtown.
Walk, guys, I heard that at Bunnings the other day.
Walking fast.
Yeah, sorry to derail everything.
That
That was on me this time. Okay.
How much are we gonna cry this prologue?
I don't think you'll cry in the prologue.
Damn. Okay.
It's not ominous.
Yeah.
Do better.
I'm saving that for next prologue, so prepare your tears for then.
Okay.
Save them up.
I'll store 'em.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
save
cookies
them
are in the
up.
perfect position for the map cam.
Cookie can.
Does Map have a
The
good
cookies
No.
have been
Take it
taken
off,
away
take
from
the-
me.
Give it to me. No, no.
Lucky?
Yes.
No.
Take them off. Push it back. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm not
Okay.
allowed to show them the rest.
No cookie cam.
Nestled in between the rolling green hills of the Timika Rise, the bustling agricultural capital of Tuddles stands proud against a lush, verdant countryside teeming with life and wonder. As a part of the Ashford Steppes, the landscape of this city amongst the hills is arable, comparable only to the fertile lands of Ormerum and the Vendosian Valley to the south of the Prussian Empire. Bracketed by the dense coastal forest of the Whalebane Thicket and the craggy, soaring peaks of the Billowcrest Bluffs, Tuddles rose to prominence through its ability to act as the centerpiece for the trade network of the Ereman Vale that lies on the northeastern coast of Wyladium. Establishing a name for itself as the peak of agricultural output for the entire empire, its population rapidly grew, bolstered by the maritime trade of its neighbouring cities of Canaan, Port Vitor, and Elaine, and the mineral production of the nearby mining centre of the Gold Garden Host, nestled within the Billowcrest Bluffs. The influence of this once quiet farming town quickly stretched to dominate the landscape of the Ashford Steppes, developing sophisticated machinery and tools that were unrivaled throughout the empire to allow for the output and supply of various types of agricultural, metallurgy, armaments, and artisanal products. It was this increase in all manner of production that led to the Grimoisian Legion's vested interest in creating a hub in this area for the transport of material, training of its members, and administration of Legion affairs. Capitalising on the work-oriented population of Tuddles and the rest of the surrounding Ashford Steppes, the Grimoisian Legion established a base of operations out of this fledgling major city. As the population of Tuddles is primarily composed of farmers and workers alike, the Legion selected several families that showed promise and initiative to entrust with the administration of their affairs, as it divided a previously harmonious population. These families became known as the Spokes, a series of families that were considered the elite of Tuddles and were entrenched in a Prussian society as nobility. These aforementioned Spokes are responsible for turning the wheel of the Prussian Empire and the Grimoisian Legion and providing structure to its overall operation. By controlling the production and dispatch of goods for the Grimoisian Legion, a hub was developed in Tuddles to assist the organisation in all of their endeavours, particularly providing food and resources for its practitioners. As nearby Bolsar houses the training centre for new Legion members and its military branch, the Spokes also bear the responsibility of distributing arms to this encampment, as well as the regular meals, rations and uniforms for its members. Some of the more impressive and involved members of the Spokes may even be trusted to handle some of the documents and even training of the Grimoisian Legion's members. These documents may involve the control of monetary assets and safeguarding of arcane artifacts, as well as the consultation of legal affairs and investigations involving or for the Legion. Within the city of Tuddles, the injection of monetary assistance from the Legion ensured that the Spokes became the elite, bolstering the economy by controlling the trade and connections to other nearby cities. The frequency of visits from high-ranking officials and members of the Grimoisian Legion also serves to inspire a sense of authority for the Spokes, with many of them assuming roles of power within the community. As most of the population are considered workers, favouring physical work and manual labour, they generally look to the elite for guidance, though there is still some resentment that festers within the masses as a result of the divide between the Spokes and the rest of the Tuddlian society. Despite the power entrusted to them, however, the Spokes are heavily restricted in their power outside of Tuddles. instead functioning as more of a local power for the city that also acted as a hub for the Grimoisian Legion. When travelling to other cities within the Prussian Empire, the spokes are usually only given influence by way of their name and status, rather than their connection to the Legion, unless in the capital city of Rumbellium, where the Legion are based. But our story for the evening...
Don't take me back there, man.
Whatever could it mean? Whatever
Sounds
could it
fucked
mean?
over there.
That's what you got from it?
Over
That's
there.
interesting. Mm.
And there. Is there a word that means both then and there at the same time?
When?
Present. You're both then and there at the same time. Present. The present.
Oh, it is the present?
Yeah, you are
It's literally
present
right
at
now.
this place.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can think
Yeah,
of.
No,
if you're
I
at
agree.
school and someone's like, James, you go present.
On my birthday, I also got present.
Thanks for this relatable.
And if someone goes, hey, what's the time? It's the present.
That's
The
what you
most
get punched.
useless thing you could say.
Can you imagine?
You gotta live in the present.
Because living
Now
in the
I'm
present is
thinking
a
my
gift.
prologue should have been longer. We didn't quite get the zoomies out.
There's no control.
Yeah, Tuttles is interesting. Maybe you guys will get to go there sometime soon. Who knows?
Wait,
No,
ignore
John.
me. My
I'd rather
brain
go
is
to
just being a
Sprocker.
little bit slow at the moment.
What?
He's got lag.
Go.
No, it's fine.
Brain
What?
lag.
Please say what you
My
were
brain
gonna
is rubber banding.
His ping is at like 2,000 at this current point in time.
It's just engineering. That's what it does.
I
You're
would rather
sticky.
go to Sprocker.
That's exactly right.
That's a joke for people that are inside a lot.
Touch carpet?
I like to touch carpet. I'm touching carpet right now.
Okay, no, I missed something. What does that
Ollie.
mean?
What?
Does that mean something?
It's okay.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, buddy.
James.
Don't worry, buddy.
I don't think James thought it through before he said it.
Is carpet the name of someone or something?
No.
It's the name of something.
You condoned this, Holly. This was you. I didn't know.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, it's too late. I have officially condoned it on stream.
Well, I think yeah. We encouraged it though. I encouraged it.
You encourage touching carpets?
Not what. Not what I
Not without
not what I-
consent.
No.
Touch carpets.
I meant I encouraged the joke, which I'm now thinking is wrong. I shouldn't have done it.
That's
I
right.
thought
I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was funny.
It's very funny.
Where are we going today?
Yeah.
Hell. We're
I
going
think-
to hell.
yeah, I think we all need to like take a collective deep breath.
Just taking a
Let's
few.
do a short meditation exercise.
Yeah.
You can join in along if you want to. Everyone take a deep
Do
breath
I
in
need to treat you like the children?
for 6
Okay,
seconds.
guys.
You see how much water paper bags in that
Guys, okay. I know we all have the zoomies, but let me remind you guys that our story for the evening begins in the middle of a dense wood. Pine trees all around, stars smattered across the sky. Uh-oh. Somebody spill something?
No, we're fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Stars smattered across the sky, the two faces of the moons just kind of just making their way. Making their way across the sky. We begin with the watch of, I think it was Abelard.
We finished ours, then it's the third watch now.
I think it was
That's right. So it was,
Ethel and June, I believe.
Wool, yes.
so it was Val and June. Yep.
Yeah, Wool next up. 'Cause, yeah.
Cool.
I think.
A previous watch, there was a mysterious, whistling carried on the breeze.
I'm making it very clear I won the third watch, the whistling was there.
Hmm. So, our weary adventurers, Val and June, begin to rouse themselves, making their way to their post for the evening. Don't you do it. Making their way to the post for the evening. You guys are hurriedly told by Abelard and I think, was it Kruger?
Yar.
By Abelard and Kruger that they heard a mysterious whistling noise on the breeze. Similar to the one that they'd reported to you earlier as following them or being in the same clearing. It appears to have moved with you to this space now. You'd also previously found a severed head of a robot, an Arkanoid, hanging from a branch in a tree, which set A9 into a bit of a spiral. But Val and June, I would like you guys to roll some perception checks for me. So one of you can roll with advantage, or you can both roll.
I would love to roll, but
Go for
my
it.
internet is just.
How about I roll for now? Well, if
Yeah.
well,
As long as I've got dice, but I
no
my
character
internet-
sheet.
No character sheet.
Well, just roll your d20 and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, cool.
I got a 13 in total.
14.
Okay.
And
I
you
think-
got a plus to your
I
perception?
think my perception is a +2.
Oh, nice.
No, I feel like
So
So
plus
13
5
and a
or something.
14.
Well, I got a 14 +2, so 16.
Sure,
Let's
16.
Just look what's 16.
No worries.
32,
Alright,
26.
so you guys are now alert to the sounds around you. You can hear the faint the trees kind of rustling, some of the needles from these huge, almost like everything around this space is very, very dense. It's hard even to see the night sky above you. And these trees begin to rustle and shift, almost as if they're bending with the force of the wind. Some of their trunks appear to bow slightly and then snap back into place. It seems unusual and almost a little bit arcane.
So like trees are like bending and then just.
Yeah.
Sus.
But the wind around you is only just barely kind of ruffling your hair and your clothes. It doesn't seem strong enough at all to be bending trees in half and then slamming them back into place.
Hey, Val. I'm gonna go up and touch a tree.
Do you reckon that's? I'm seeing the trees moving. Do you reckon that's safe to do so?
I think it's explorative to do so. Safe is a bit of an illusion where we are currently, I think.
If you feel comfortable.
I'm just... If I disappear, that's what I did.
I'll yell out to the rest of the group if you disappear.
Thanks. Thank you. And June will tentatively walk towards the nearest tree from our... Are we in a clearing?
No.
Well,
like, you're in a... I wouldn't say it's a clearing. It's just a section that's up close against the mountainside
Yeah.
that doesn't appear to have too many trees around it.
Well, I'll walk up to a tree. The nearest one.
Yeah, it's probably like 10 feet away from you.
Awesome.
5-10 feet.
And I'll touch it.
You reach a hand out.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing so? Are you doing so cautiously?
Flat palm, just...
Sure.
The trees.
Yeah.
You stretch your hand out and you feel it. And as you're going to pull it back away, you feel that it kind of sticks
Val,
back.
What's happened?
I can't take my hand off the tree.
That's not good.
I put my other hand on the tree.
For fuck's sake.
Don't forget your tongue.
You place your other hand on the tree.
Yeah.
You can feel the rough bark beneath your fingertips. It kind of scratches slightly, and it seems to kind of wobble, almost like jelly under your hand. And then you...
Can I, like, maneuver the tree? I would like to apply pressure to the tree to, like, as though it were Jello to, like, try and push it in and out.
Sure.
Shake.
You begin to push against the tree. Roll a strength check for me.
Yeah. I've got minuses, don't worry.
Oh.
That's 14 in total. Yeah, I got a -2.
As just, Val will just start to walk over. Not
Sure.
touching.
Sure.
Keeping his just.
As you begin to kind of push against the tree, you can hear it crack slightly as some of the bark begins to fly off and come loose.
Yeah.
But the tree seems to be sturdy.
Could I try and remove my hands more forcefully from the tree with maybe
Sure.
a yank?
With
or-
a... I mean, you're technically doing another action, so yeah, roll a strength check for me again.
13 minus 2, that is 11.
You begin to try and pull your hands back and you hear the same... and it comes free.
Oh, lovely.
You look down at your hand, doesn't seem like there's anything on your hand at all.
Huh.
And you pull your second one off. It takes a little bit of force. It's not just like placing your hand against it and pulling it off immediately.
Yeah.
You take it off and it's almost as if there's some kind of adhesive that's sticking your hand to this tree. But you look closer at the tree, I'm assuming? Or you're looking at your hands, or...
I'll have a look at the tree first.
Roll an investigation check for me.
At this point, will I've gotten to...
Yeah, Val, I'll say you would have probably been up there as soon as this is happening.
That is a 17 in total.
With a 17 in total, this... You can see indentations from where your hands have kind of cracked into this bark and the bits that have kind of flaked off and pulled apart. As you kind of embed your fingers into those same spots. Is that what you're doing? Or you're just going to try and...
Sure, yeah, no, I'll seeing that I can take my hands in and out without too much trouble, I'll go at it again.
They don't seem to stick
Oh.
this time.
I put my hands together and
Yeah.
I try and take them apart.
Easy
Nothing.
enough to do, just clapping.
Way! Good job, me.
I,
you have any
can I
ideas?
inspect the tree? And does it look like a normal tree, or does it look like something's up?
This is a really... For pine trees, they often get quite tall, but this seems to have quite a large trunk.
Bigger than normal.
Bigger than normal, yeah. And looking around the clearing, you can see that a lot of these trees around this area specifically appear to have larger trunks as well. None of them so large as this one, but they
Right.
all seem a little bit abnormal compared to what you have seen in your past.
It's just this seems like some kind of trap.
You rolled a 17, is that correct?
For investigation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Give me a moment. Go ahead, Val.
Perhaps I don't know. I feel like how dense are the trees? Are there like how much space is between each tree? Like, are we?
It's hard in a lot of places to see the sky above you. The canopy is quite thick and dense, even though pine trees are usually they don't have very wide branches.
Okay.
In this area in particular, this tree seems to occupy a lot of the space. So it seems like a lot of the trees around this area have kind of given way to let this tree grow and to expand into space with light.
So it's only one tree that sort of seems to be this way?
You haven't touched any other trees, but you
Yeah.
can if you'd like to.
Val, would you like the honours this time?
I'll like to do, but I'll just poke it with my index.
Sure. You poke it, and you can feel the rough bark against your fingertip again. You pull it back. Are you doing it with force, or are you just pulling it back?
I'll pull slowly enough to see if it's sticking.
It seems to stick slightly.
I'm thinking, this seems like some kind of trap, but I don't see how you could trap someone. Like, I'm thinking like you could
Do they
shove someone into a tree.
Yeah.
Like
flies to honey. Come on.
Do they anticipate us just running at the trees? Maybe like a bear or something. Then we go to climb a tree.
potentially,
But bears can climb trees, so I don't understand.
or someone plans to ambush us, and then they plan
By
to just-
sticking to the tree.
as in like they draw it.
Let me put glue all over this fucking tree, man.
They're just hanging from the
And
top of
magic
it.
glue that only lasts once too.
True. I'm thinking maybe it's the tree. What if it's just what if it's actually a function of the tree? Is it acceptable that I perform another roll to see if it's more of, if I can ascertain that this is sort of the nature of the tree, or if it's been an augmented tree?
Yeah, if you guys would both like to do that, I'd let you both do that because Val, I think you'd have knowledge of.
Oh, but yeah.
Yeah. So you can both do a separate roll, or one of you can do it with advantage. Up to you.
Would you like to roll with advantage, Val?
What was that on for?
Just
Nature.
A nature check on that.
Let me do it. With a
Let
nine.
me do it.
What's your nature?
Nothing. It's
64.
It's a bigger number.
Are you sure?
This is the
This is
hardest
your-
meta
this is
game.
your
there is.
meta game.
No, Val's rolling. I just want to know if
Okay.
we were smart by doing
I'm
it.
rolling. I'm a +5.
Oh, we both got +5s.
Or 10. Okay.
I did look. I was just trying to get Mark to roll.
24.
24.
Give me
There
the
you go.
facts.
Yeah. The 24. That's a great roll. As you're looking at this tree, you're studying it. From what you know, and what both of you know, in fact, a lot of pine trees this is unusual in itself. Not only did you see what you thought were trees bending and then snapping back into place like a rubber band, you have now kind of felt a weird adherence to this bark, and you think that perhaps this is unnatural or arcane in nature, that it's not simply a facet of this tree. I will say, throughout your travels, you have known that there are some trees that grow in spaces that are charged by magic or are under certain thin points in Kathora's shroud that appear to exhibit odd attributes like this, and you think that this might possibly be an area of the world where there is a thinning of Kathora's shroud.
That's very interesting, Val.
Just a smidgen of one.
This is me in my study, just swirling my cognac, smoking a pipe.
Like
Swelling a monster is not
Gandalf doing
remotely
the like
similar.
the
Do I
the
give
pirate
up?
ship.
Do I
Do you
give
think-
off?
Sage
Gandalf
Gandalf vibes, yeah.
Sage Gandalf.
Sage.
that's very
Sage,
accurate.
like sage.
I think
yeah.
it's Sage the Spice.
No.
No.
I love sage.
What's up, Val?
This is concerning enough to wake the others, or? I think it's not an immediate threat.
No, I
just
just
we don't touch the trees.
we pretty much. You reckon it's just because of it's not it's a natural phenomenon as far as we're concerned. Like not natural, but like
This seems supernatural.
but
This
like
seems
This is
a coincidence phenomenon, not a.
could be. I mean,
Trap
in the
phenomenon.
Maiming Peaks, there are several pockets that are quite similar to this. You've never experienced something like this before.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that in some spaces in the Maiming Peaks, there are certain creatures that thrive within spaces that are magical, and some of them might tend natural forests like this.
Okay.
Would I know of potentially, I don't know, like trees that, not sentient trees, but trees that can be controlled? Because I'm just saying, like, if I've seen
Yeah.
trees that like are bending and they're snapping back, I just want to know if potentially the trees are being manipulated by someone or
Gotcha.
something, and
Yeah.
then because
I think so. I can tell you, definitely, people can communicate with trees. People can even travel through trees as well, if they are very experienced in the arcane or in natural magics. And there are also creatures that not only live within trees, but actually are trees. Yeah. You can roll an Arcana check for me. If you'd like to try and determine if that's what this is.
I might just
Yeah.
give it a suss. A 21.
21, nice, good roll. Yeah. I'll say with the 21, You don't think that these are creatures themselves. You can't. I mean, you're scanning them quickly, and from what you know of these kinds of creatures, you don't think that's what this is.
Okay.
It is possible that there might be someone acting on these trees, but you don't think that they're specifically controlling the trees. It's you think it might be more probable that it could be something like an illusion or a certain enchantment. It doesn't seem like it's. Yeah, it seems like closer to what June was saying about it being more of a just an ecosystem that thrives with magic or has become a magical ecosystem.
Okay.
But with a 21, it's perfectly possible, you think, that this could be an illusion or enchantment of some kind.
I feel like we don't have enough information to know exactly what this is, but I feel like we could monitor them closely.
Yeah, I think we're already doing what we can. We've got the alarm spell up. We're doing a watch.
Yeah.
Let's
We'll
hope we don't die.
let the next.
Yeah, it's the next guy's problem.
It's the next guy's. Yeah.
Cool. Well,
We'll let
lovely
Fine.
chat, Val. You look that way, I'll look this way.
done.
Cool.
You're standing
Can I
near the
do-
tree?
Hmm?
You're standing near the tree? Or
Uh,
you're
I'll
returning
go
back to where you were?
I was going to return back, but I'm currently standing near the tree.
Sure.
And then I return back to the encampment.
Okay.
And I'll watch the trees.
Which
Oh.
tree in particular? Any of them? Just all of them?
I guess just all of them.
Hmm. And you rolled a 16?
for yes, for perception.
Sure.
Have you added? You actually got +4.
Oh, you're right.
perception.
I've got.
Your perception's +4.
Where's that? Oh, it's this one or this one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
+4.
okay, make that 18.
Sure. Okay.
Make it.
There's another really good roll. Yeah. With an 18, you set your sights on the horizon in front of you. It's getting dark now, and you can just kind of barely see twinkling stars above this blanket of kind of pockmarked black and white. You don't. You can see some movement, but seconds later you can see that they appear to be kind of rodents that live in these trees. Things like nocturnal beasts. You can see some that appear to be larger, but they seem to be dismissive of your presence. They don't seem to really care too much, or they're steering clear at this point in time. Other than that, as you're keeping an eye out on the trees, you don't see anything unusual.
Okay.
And same goes for June. You also don't notice anything unusual.
Fine.
With that, your watch passes, and I think we had one more. Is that correct? Or did we finish all of our?
There should be 3
watches?
watches.
I think that was the third.
So we started out with.
Wasn't there 4 watch?
First one was
Neve.
A9 and Gilbert.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
that's right.
Okay, cool. All right, so with your final watch, towards the end, you can see the sun kind of cresting over the top of the trees. You can see it first through little rays of these fingers that kind of reach down, almost like strands and beams of light that make their way through this otherwise dense canopy. It's beautiful for a moment as everything is completely still, quiet, and you can see bits of dust and other kind of smaller creatures, insects that begin to kind of out of the space, and butterflies begin to kind of lift up from the ground, make their way in between trees. You can hear the chirping of birds, and life fills the forest. It's something that you've missed, being on the road and being underground for a little while. And eventually the cotton candy pinks, purples, and vibrant oranges make their way just above you. You can see these ribbons that kind of stretch throughout the sky and curl around. Fluffy white clouds begin to make their way across the sky. And eventually, the rest of you will come to your consciousness for the day.
We're awake.
Long rest.
I was gonna say, can I turn into a rooster to like
What the fuck?
Would that use a watch?
If you'd like to.
Yeah, it
No,
would.
I'm not. I won't waste it.
I'm busy preparing the ceremony spell.
Ceremony.
I figured that would be
Who are you
thematic.
today?
Is this in character?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know what you're implying.
Do you like being called A9?
It's fine. Yeah.
Is it your name?
Sure. It's my.
God,
pseudo-
you're making this difficult.
Welcome back.
What was?
What happened yesterday?
Is it? Do you remember anything?
Do you remember when we met? Okay, what? No, you describe the time we met, because you'll say yes again.
This is a good question.
What do you mean the time that I was tied up in a tent? And
Yep, yeah. Alright.
He's back.
We got him, boys.
Welcome
we
back,
got him.
buddy. It was really scary. We lost you there for a second.
Now, what was the last thing you remember?
this is straining my actual IRL
You were
brain.
hit in the head by a rock.
Yes, you were in the
Oh, in the.
you were at the gorge. The gorge would have been the
No,
last thing.
no, the gorge was not.
No.
I thought you were the other. You were the
But the
Before the gorge, probably.
Wasn't it the robot head that turned it?
No. No.
It was this. Well, I mean, you all don't know
Oh,
Well,
we don't know.
caused anything.
True. Okay.
okay. Well,
Just
Base.
He's
Glad to
just
have
a
you back,
quirky
A9.
little dude.
Because another you came out and didn't really like us that much and took a lot of talking down.
yeah. Well,
What? How old are you?
how old am I?
Yeah.
Let me figure out. It was like 400 years.
No,
Yeah.
no, this is A9, not the other dude. How old is A9?
I have a great idea.
I think, from what I remember, A9 actually, you guys have never discussed what the actual date is with A9. Is that correct?
I think.
Yeah, we did.
With
think it has
A9 or
Not with
the-
A9.
Yeah.
Not with A9. With the other.
Oh.
With the other guy.
Yeah, so- I guess you would have found out, I think, at this point, so you would think roughly that you're the same ages. Yeah. So what you found out last time when you were...
The other guy.
yeah, the other A9 would be accurate for you as well, you think?
But I don't think A9 would know that.
Sure.
I mean, it's hard exactly to
I'm
place.
just labouring under the assumption that you guys have spoken about what time or what year it is
Babe,
with A9.
relax.
Probably.
Hmm.
I have a great idea. We don't know who the other guy is. He says that he's you. He recognizes your work that you did for us. You, A9 you. But he says that he doesn't remember doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I assume this he left me this note, and I pull out.
Yeah, but I was gonna say A9 should write a note for the other dude.
The other dude.
That was brain. That was
The other dude is way ahead.
is
of
way
us.
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Damn.
I mean, this
What does
does
it say? What does it
seem
say?
to corroborate exactly what Abelard was picking up on, and I suppose the rest of you too.
Read it.
What does it say?
Oh, don't make me read it. I haven't written it down.
Make it up quickly.
No. Well, good morning, A9.
Glad
Where are
you're
we
back.
headed?
To Gosa.
I mean, like, directionally currently.
Left.
Right.
Straight.
Up.
Backwards.
I never go straight.
Nadria.
Dance?
Oh, I like how other people dabbed for me. I'm like,
We're going
We
to
got your
Sa.
back, homie.
Yeah.
Do you know the direction we're headed?
Absolutely not.
Saw it.
Did.
We gotta
We're
keep.
going to Saw it.
Go solid.
Going to Saw it.
Go solid.
Where are we actually?
I
What?
think we were
North.
just following the
It's-
path.
Yeah, we're following the path, and I'll pull out the map. We need to keep
Um,
going in a northerly direction. Yeah.
Let's go.
Actually, at this time, as everybody is kind of gathering their things and admiring the day before them, first of all, I'd like somebody to roll a d12 for me, please.
I'll do it.
Doing D12.
Second of all, Avalon.
Oh.
As you're gathering your things, you can hear a voice in your mind. Abelard, is this thing on? I have some concerns about this device of yours. Is it active? I hope this is a good time to talk. You
Just
hear the
send it
voice of
from?
Emil, yeah. Well, it seems a little bit crackly and strange from... Thank you. It seems a little bit crackly and strange at the start. You can hear this kind of... And then the speaker begins. And as it finishes, you hear the same kind of buzzing noise. And then it just all of a sudden... and leaves your mind.
Hey man, can I borrow the Zush statue real quick?
I'll pull it. The mini bag, the bag of holding out of my bag, and then pull the Zusha tube out of the bag of holding. And then unwrap it from its...
Sure. As you
wrapper.
begin to unwrap the fabric around the tube, you can immediately feel it vibrating in your hand.
Uh-oh.
What's? Oh shit.
Yeah, fuck.
Is it like
And
glowing?
it begins to kind of... And it's clicking into place. And the double helix, the brass double helix within it, is kind of spiraling and spinning.
Oh no!
Looking at it in response. It
are all going to
is
change dimensions.
currently glowing, clicking, and moving into place.
Hi, should we-
moving into place?
Back in the
Into
bag
as
before
long-
we continue.
What else have we? This time is good.
Please help.
Please help. I don't know what to do with it.
Go, sir.
I wouldn't know what this
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
solid.
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't got that one from a different plane.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the thought that.
Toodaloo.
Best wishes.
Oh.
Much love.
Exactly.
Go,
20
sir,
bucks.
balls.
Give me a second.
Holly, you can't make those faces
Yeah,
because
you
it
can't,
makes
don't do it.
my
Hey, we're
stomach
on-
fall out of my butthole.
I just
Well,
It's-
this is happening.
That
Val's no idea what the chain is. So I guess
Nah.
you pull it out. Can I just be like,
No, yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
Oh yeah,
either.
neither would I.
You can
Are
see-
you
I'm just
saying
kinda
this in
like following
character? Are you
along.
saying this in character?
yeah, like,
You should ask Nadria.
what's the significance of the?
Yeah, Nadria.
It's a chain suspended in.
Oh my god. Do you know about, like, the bad gods called the Nameless Few, right? You know how they're bad? Well, they're bad. Everyone thinks that they're bad. Okay, there's one of them that people think that are bad that is inside my head. I can speak to him. Yeah, it's so cool and amazing.
That does sound.
Nadria can speak to a god. Whatnot. Anyway, so I'm just going around, going to different temples and trying to...
So mean.
Thanks, I really appreciate your, your directness, but take it down like 4 notches.
You do not understand how many times I've had to explain this. How many people are here?
2, 3,
Yes.
4,
You
5.
didn't have to explain
I mean,
it to
do you-
everyone.
At least
Once you-
7.
Was
Oh,
that
that's at least 7
So-
times.
Just quickly
I think
to
just for my first bit.
to describe this actual tube for Ash and for Mark, who haven't seen it yet. What they reveal under these layers of fabric is what appears to be a large glass tube with a brass double helix inside. That kind of that looks as if there are several different plates that appear to be constantly zipping and unzipping itself. It seems to fold in on itself in certain points. You can hear the faint clicking. With the kind of the dozen or so gears that surround it within this tube.
What's it called?
So they've been calling it a Zushtar tube. That is one of its names. It's also considered a point of axon.
Is this Holly's way of writing?
No, Zushtar tube is what it's called. But it creates
Points of axon.
a point, yeah. So
It's creating
they're kind of the
currently
same.
a
Do-
point of
is
axon.
Is it a commonly known thing?
No. You would have no idea what this is when you see it.
But wasn't the reason we had it in the bag of holding so that it was in its own pocket dimension and didn't do this?
So it couldn't be tracked while it was on our person.
Should we
Because it's like through another layer,
Put
I
it
guess.
back in the bag of holding?
Yeah, that's like the
As
first
you
time we've
guys
seen
are
it move in a long
Studying
time.
it, you can see the edges, these brass rings around the edges begin to...
Oh, that's not good. Can we put it back in? Put it back in the bag. Put it back in the bag.
They're evolving at the same rate, but they're going different directions. One's going clockwise, the other's going counterclockwise.
Is it opening it?
It appears to expand and contract the helix inside, and it just seems to be zipping and unzipping itself.
Yui, I think we should pop it away, please, and thank you very
Yeah,
I'm
much.
gonna cast sending again, and
So you were replying the
Yeah.
first one. Your second one?
just in case Emil can't do it again, I would be like, it.
To
Ye-
Emil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is clicking with the ends rotating opposite directions. I have to count words. It's great. I'm really good at it.
Rotating up.
Yeah.
Sit.
I
Okay.
keep doing syllables.
Let's go. I'll count. For
Okay. An 8.
8?
Yeah. It is made of brass, you said?
Yes, it's made of
Yeah.
brass,
There is a triple helix in the middle, and it is currently linked to the plane of. I think it was.
I think that's it.
That's
it.
You can
Link to the
cut
plane
if
of.
you
Yeah.
I think it's
definitely
a
cut
death
words.
plane. I think it's death plane, right? It's made.
Current
Kind of.
current link
Malaya.
is death plane.
Malaya.
Malaya.
Linked to
Malaya.
Malaya.
Sure.
Do I need to roll the D100?
Yeah, go for it.
There's a 5% chance, so there's a chance I fuck it up. It's if I roll above 95. E.T. don't phone home.
What'd you roll?
100.
96.
96, yeah. You're waiting for a while, and
That means it doesn't.
previously the responses from Emil had been really, really quick to come back. And as you're waiting and concentrating, your eyes kind of close for a second. You can hear complete silence in your mind.
Oh my god, what a waste.
Yeah. Well,
And you kind of feel yourself pulled back out of this trance that you're in, waiting for this ending. You get no response.
another great debate. Do I do it again?
It's a third level slot?
I've got 2 third level spots.
Oh my god. Maybe at the end of the day,
Yeah.
just in case.
Well,
Good effort.
is he phone back?
You're not supposed to know I'm rolling.
Everyone, don't forget to mark off a days of rations.
I would love to.
Gotta make sure y'all eating.
Did anyone mention the wibbly wobbly trees?
Yeah, did they?
Did
you
We probably mentioned it to. Actually, wait, no, we would.
You haven't mentioned it yet.
We're kind of just working up.
Yeah,
And
so
this-
we said we're going to tell the next watch, but there was no next watch.
Yeah,
But
and
we'll
Yeah, well,
like
like
everyone.
Would you like? Oh, by the way, the trees acting a little bit weird.
Oh yeah.
what do you mean weird?
Well,
Is it?
can I put my hand on a tree?
Yeah.
Does anything?
A
You
live
reach out and
demonstration.
you feel your hand jar slightly with the impact as you're expecting it to kind of pull back. It just hits the tree.
Yes,
I
you.
think
you
Yeah, that's a tree.
Can I infer anything from the fact that the Zushtar tube is whirring and there are these, that according to these two weird arcane occurrences in the area? Can I
You can roll an intelligence check for me or an arcana
Quick
check.
question: did we put it back in the bag?
Not yet, I don't think.
A9, did you put it back in the bag?
Not
Well,
yet.
Not yet.
A9 is currently thinking.
Also,
Avalon
other,
has it, doesn't
other
he?
quick question.
No,
Is
A9 carries it.
A9 gonna write?
Oh!
Yeah, wow.
Try 27 on for size.
27?
Guys, that's the only noise that we can make tonight.
Is that a fat nat 20 I see?
Me when I.
A fat nat 20?
When she,
No,
I'm like, do it.
Yeah.
When she-
It's a
on my-
27. When she, you knew what I was gonna do. Jack and I.
When she, oh my, to like,
Stop. Stop it. We gotta stop this.
No.
Not the synchronized. So bad.
Natural 20.
With a 27.
There's
Please. No.
With the 27, I will say that. From your experience, you think that any odd magical occurrences usually the Zushtar Tube isn't creating them because the Zushtar Tube is in a pocket dimension within the bag of holding, so it can't create pockets in this space. However, that being said, now that the Zushtar Tube has been unveiled and has been pulled out and you can see it actively moving, you think that it might be attempting to create a point somewhere. You're not sure, like, it would be a bit of a leap, you think, to connect the Zushtar Tube with what was happening last night.
Okay.
Hey, now, your thinking face is going.
Slightly concerning. This looks like it's really doing something.
Is it trying to open up a door to
I
somewhere?
suspect it might be.
Can we put it back in the bag, please?
I'm gonna put it back in the bag. Can I see it when it's in the bag?
Interesting question. I think with a bag of holding, I don't think you can actually
Yeah.
see it. I
Stick your
think
head
you
in the
have to.
bag.
You actually have to put your hand in, and you have to think about what you want, and then pull it out.
Stick your head in the bag.
I think that's how.
That
it
is
works.
how
Yeah.
it works. That
Can
is
you
how it
put your head in the bag?
works. You can go into the bag.
Go into the
Don't
bag.
do that.
We'll pull you out. Oh no, Anna's really heavy. Kruger, go into the bag!
There is also a space limit to the bag.
Kruger, go into the bag.
It can hold 500 pounds.
Yeah, you're less than
How about we
500
just put it
pounds.
back in the bag and close the bag?
And Kruger
That's
can
a
go in the
good
bag
idea.
too.
No, do it, zip it.
I'll go in the bag.
You'd
Do
fit in
it.
the bag.
Yeah, I'll go in the bag.
I'm gonna tie you up with my rope.
No one's going in the bag.
Hang on. You'll suffocate.
Yeah, pull me out in like 5 seconds. I'll be fine.
Can we like not go in the bag?
No one's going in the bag with the dangerous thing that could open a
Close
portal.
the bag, let's walk.
I close the bag and walk.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure. You're just walking around.
God, you two are
going-
gonna be best friends.
Yeah, I'm just walking.
Wait, where we go? No, wait.
What?
Follow the map.
Make sure we're
The
walking.
path
The
is
path.
guys. Go to the path.
Is somebody leading you guys?
Sure.
Sure.
A9
Roll a
write
survival
letter
check
back
for
to
me,
other
please.
A9?
Which dice should I use?
The green.
Oh, there you go.
Because we're in nature.
Kruger, you're meant to be on my side. This is like when I say things.
Not when it comes to maybe the world ending.
But it's just a bag.
Holly, this is your fault.
I didn't suggest the green dice.
You rolled all the good rolls. Ow!
You rolled it after me.
Well,
So
it's
You've
a
got
4.
no riz. No riz.
Oh.
you got no riz.
No risk.
It's the lack of riz.
No riz.
Is that why I always roll bad?
Yeah.
You are not a wizard.
I got no riz.
Yeah. There's only one Wizard of Oz
Can't
at
believe
this
you did
table.
this to me.
So what did you roll?
4.
Oh.
With a 4, it was the black and gold dice, right? That,
No, that was the green ones.
no, the black and gold was a good roll, right?
No,
What'd you get?
4.
Again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, both 4s. Alright, well with a 4, you take a look down the path and you're looking to the right and to the left, thinking everything's looking really similar. You take a deep breath in and you begin to walk.
Guys, we're in a trap.
I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm scared.
Yes.
Oh,
You
we're
guys
in
are
like,
all following
in
Ira?
a-
we're in
Yeah.
some fucked up loop trap, aren't we?
Yeah, well, Ira's taking lead.
Because
so
you
we're
took the
following.
fucking touch the tree. Who touched the tree first?
I don't know.
I don't think it was the touching of the
No,
tree
they
that
didn't tell us.
got
Yeah.
I'm gonna rock over the fucking village again.
That'd be funny.
And why would all of us be in the trap if only 2 people touched it?
Because it could act as
Oh, dream sequence.
No, wait. What did we do with the head
The head.
that was hanging
The
above us?
robot head. I gave it to Anon.
You're just carrying around a severed robot.
Was
head.
that like
Yeah, how do you
recent?
feel
Was that
about
last night?
Yes.
Yes.
How do you feel about that, A9?
That would be why. We shouldn't have touched the head. We shouldn't have touched the body. We should just leave everything in our path and just go on our own little merry way.
I don't think it was ritualistic.
I don't think it was the head that did
We
this.
rock over the
I think this is a targeted attack against our party.
Could we continue walking for
Yes. So
Yeah.
we're,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
following. I assume we're all following Ira
Yeah.
because Ira's taking lead.
Yep, Ira's taking the lead. You guys are continuing to walk in a direction
Following.
that Ira's
Pyro,
chosen.
where are we going?
You can see there's the faint kind of these dust mites and little specks of dust that are kind of flying within these beams of light that stretch their way down throughout the canopy. Everything is very still, very quiet. Some of the underbrush begins to kind of swish under your feet as some of the powder on top begins to melt and begins to thaw, revealing a little bit of frozen grass underneath. The path that you guys are traveling on is still embedded under layers and layers of ice.
Does it look like there's footsteps that we're heading towards the camp? Like, say, from a whistling person?
Yeah, roll an investigation check for me. Or survival, actually, if you're looking at a track.
Could I give the help action because
Sure.
Hugo also heard the voice and was paranoid about
Yeah.
it?
I know that we discussed this last session, but I've forgotten. Anyone can perform the help action
Yes,
Yes.
that's
I was
correct.
about to ask the same.
All you have to say is that you're performing the help action, and it'll give
before they roll.
and it'll give somebody advantage on their roll.
26.
For the 26, you're scanning the area.
Medicine check.
Survival.
It's a medicine check, actually.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
doing
Um,
medicine
medicine.
on the state of the world right now.
That's a 32.
With a 26, you look around the space. As you're going, you can see that there are some footsteps that are embedded under. They don't look super fresh. They look like they've been here for at least a couple of hours. And there seems to be a lot of them.
Looking at them, does it look like we're wearing like boots or anything? Like what kind of footwear?
Yeah.
They're like is
You
one
guys
pair
are
like
in-
a weird pointed set of boots, perhaps?
I wouldn't say so. There just looks to be a lot of boot steps.
Heading towards the camp.
You guys have passed the camp at this point. I'd say you're traveling about an hour. Head a horse.
We'll pass the camp how many times?
4.
You can roll a perception check.
Okay.
Keep a lookout on the surroundings.
I passed the camp. Just been
Perception, 15.
With the 15, you look around and you don't see the camp in sight. You're definitely traveling somewhere, but you can't see the campsite.
I like look at it.
What about somewhere that looks similar
You
to
guys
the
go
campsite?
on another half an hour, and you can see, appearing to you, Dilbert, a very familiar clearing. You see there are certain huts that are arranged in a semicircle.
Oh no, we've gone backwards.
Ha ha.
Hang on, isn't this?
Ira, where are you taking us?
You could have taken lead.
I was too busy trying to get into the bag.
I know.
I mean, I guess
With-
this is one way of God saying that we should finish burying the body.
Do I know we're traveling
No.
backwards with that perception?
Yep.
Guys, we gotta turn around.
But we've been walking for like 2 hours.
Okay, now we need to walk 2 hours in the other direction.
Maybe we need to walk like 6 hours in the other direction.
But yeah. But we have to make 2 hours up going whatever. I turn around and start looking at it.
Sure.
Yeah, I turned around and huffed.
Sure.
Oh, by
I'm
the
muttering under my
gods.
breath like, fucking stupid bag.
Nadria, roll a perception check for me.
Nadria's great.
Hello, horse.
Who's the character
The
in
horse.
shirt that whistles?
Nadria got a. I
The
swear
Witcher.
out of
Yeah.
my
Jim?
Jimmy Young. That's what
Going
it's
for that bin.
That's That's what this is.
A solid. I have a +5, 15.
15. With a 15, you're looking around the area of this clearing just before you guys turn back around.
Mhm.
And you can see what appears to be drag marks in the snow.
Oh, what the fuck?
Isn't that what
And
we
they
do?
appear to lead up towards the side of a hut.
Would that be something that we saw the day before?
Not that you can remember.
I'd say that I'd be walking near Kruger. As Kruger goes to turn around, I like kind of grab him and
What?
The fuck is that?
What?
I point the drag marks.
Kruger, fetch.
Here, boy!
I point out the drag
Fucking
marks to
furries.
Kruger. Like,
Well,
that wasn't here before, right?
Hey, great horse.
How was?
Maybe?
Doesn't look like the body I had to drag to a grave.
Have you pointed it out to the rest of the group, or just
no,
Kruger?
I grabbed Kruger.
Right.
I'll go. Oh,
Nadia, what the fuck?
Fucking hurried up, man.
do you want me to go have a look?
Was that a dilemma? Was that like?
That was kind of both. I don't really know. I can't
Are you trying to
really
be in
discern
character?
now.
They're bleeding in together.
I have done
What are
Sorry.
you guys gonna do?
I'll go tiptoe over and have a
You're
look.
going by yourself.
Do you want me to go? I'll go have a
Don't,
look.
don't. We gotta get the other people. Hey, guys, Abelard.
This is why we should.
What?
Kruger's already moving.
Oh,
Where are we going? Why are we going back to the village?
were there drag marks when we came here before?
Are they the drag marks from the body?
They were, but this is not the same location.
Okay. No. Yeah, I could catch up with Kruger.
I also start going with Abelard.
I kind of just
I
very-
fucking laid across my mouth.
I'm not being like I'm being loud enough to where the entire the rest of the party wouldn't be able to hear that I called out Abelard. So that's if they wanted to turn around.
Well,
as well.
I turn around and like to see where everyone's coming from, and then no one's there. It's just me and Ira. I'm like, what? What the fuck?
Oh well, it's only me, Kruger, and Abelard.
Could I
Oh.
make a
Well, where
gingerly
did you go?
approach us and not stuff?
Roll a stealth check.
I would love to.
We need stealth check.
Yeah.
I am.
If you're all stealthing, then
Yeah.
please roll a stealth check.
Try and be
Oh,
quiet.
that's actually not bad for me with this.
Are you trying to hide from us or from someone else?
From someone else.
Let's try to hide from you.
Well, does the stealth check affect us being able to see?
It's okay. You'll still be
It's
able
not
to see me.
like you know their general location.
Okay.
They're not just gonna blend into this town immediately.
We turn around, they've disappeared.
Yeah.
Unnatural 20.
Disgusting.
Nadia.
6.
14.
Okay. With a 20, you watch as Abelard drops down into a crouch and begins to move so silently, not even a crunch underneath of the snow.
How does he do that?
Kruger, immediately wanting to emulate how cool Abelard looks, kind of drops down as well, but you hear the kung of your plate armor kind of snapping into what's covering your legs and your sword, and it makes like this loud ringing noise that kind of reverberates around the clearing. And Nadria, you're so distracted looking at this in front that you immediately slam into the back of Kruger and kind of tumble forward slightly, manage to catch your footsteps, and they begin to follow the rest of you.
I'm sorry, I'm not good at this.
That looks back like a finger to like the beak of the mouse. Just...
SWAT movements.
Yeah.
You guys begin to move up towards the hut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Breach side of the door. There's the 3 of us crossbow.
So you make your way up to the side of this hut, and you can see that the drag marks create almost like a trench through this snowdrift.
Horse.
I love you.
We are not staying on track this session one bit.
The horse distracted me. I'm so sorry.
We
It
ain't
leads
gonna
up
go
towards
some.
this door that is slightly ajar, and you. What are you guys doing? You're
What was
standing on
this?
either side of the door.
Which hut was this from the other day? Was it the one with the skeleton? Was it the one with
So it was the one.
the pendant?
Yes.
Okay.
And
What
the
did the
cube.
pendant do as well?
Did anybody
No.
inspect it? So you guys have no idea.
Molly, no.
Molly.
Can you turn her around and get it a different way? She's getting stuck on the microphone cables. Oh no.
Intermission for horse.
Horse has gotten stuck.
Okay.
I love
Success.
horse.
Turn yourself. Horse.
The pendant, you guys are not sure what exactly it does,
Molly, come.
but you are standing on either side of this door. Nadia, where exactly are you positioned?
I would say behind Kruger,
Sure.
because I can just look over him.
Yeah. You're kind of towering over the top of Kruger.
Totem polling.
You're listening out for any sounds that are kind of coming from within this hut. You can hear the faint creaking of wood. And the door kind of as it kind of shifts in place.
Is there a window in this hut?
No.
Is the creaking of the wood more like from the elements and like just natural time, or is it like the
It
sound
could
of
be.
like someone stepping onto like rickety planks?
Doesn't sound like a footstep.
Okay. Do you want to go in on like a lunge, or do you want me to like rush?
I'll be like, I'll point at Kruger and I'll like point into the building.
Barrel roll.
You're crashing through the door.
Yeah.
It cracks against the stone wall.
I'm not being
You
quiet
would,
about
yeah,
this.
you would hear this.
I'd
It
hear it
cracks
as well.
against the stone wall, wood splinters out from it. As you roll forward, you step up with your sword in hand. You can hear the of a bird that flies out towards you. The space is completely empty, save for a symbol that appears to have been carved into the stone on the wall. Looks eerily familiar.
Blood follows through, I guess.
Yeah.
Crossbow point.
Guys.
Kruger walks in like,
Yeah, I would have heard this in the start, so like.
what?
I'll yell at
Nadia,
I'll
as
yell at
you
the party.
step
Oh.
into the
Ah.
hut, you can see what appears to be a crudely carved impression of a symbol that you wear.
Oh.
Though this one appears to have jagged lines, almost like a serrated edge as it's carved up for the end of the triangle.
So this is the symbol of G-Box.
Mhm.
And we know that.
Yep,
Cool.
you would all know this. Underneath it, you can see what appears to be the beginnings of a circle being carved around it. So it just touches the top and the bottom point.
Hmm.
But on one of the sides, it appears that the line has not been connected. Appears to be broken.
Does that have Nadria? Does that have some sort of significance?
Have I seen it carved in this specific way before at all?
You can roll a history check for me.
Let's go.
Can I investigate the drag marks again and see if they're being dragged towards or away from the hut?
Yeah, go for it. Roll an investigation check. Oh, well, you're tracking, so
10.
yes.
Classic graduate dice. Nat 20.
Oh, what happened to
Nice.
this?
What'd you get?
10. Based.
Sick. With a 10, you can't remember ever seeing this before.
Okay, could I form a telepathic connection with Chiba and be like, what the fuck is this?
Sure. What are you? Is that what you're saying?
No, like, has...
Chivoth has been pretty quiet recently.
He has. Where did he go? Is he okay? Has the Gambit been doing anything lately? And do you know? And Is it anything to do with this? And if it is, what is this?
You wait for a second,
Oh, he's gone.
and it takes a little bit longer than usual.
Okay.
You eventually hear what appears to be the faint sound of a violin. It's mournful, and it appears to be very, very soft.
Are you okay?
And after a second, you hear, "Well, I never thought that it would take this long for you to come in and check on me."
Oh my
Smash.
god! Smash!
Smash.
He's a crocodile.
A walking red
Yeah, but
flag.
it's because Riz.
Have you seen what I've had to deal with like the past couple of days? I've nearly died like 3 times. I've been really busy.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I've also been pretty busy, been around some unsavory types.
What?
To answer your question, does it seem like the Gambit are up to no good? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Remember me telling you a little while ago that they were up to their old antics and sacrificing certain things? Well, turns out that they've made some significant improvements in their regime for sacrificing who knows whatever the hell. My best guess is that this symbol here is relating to perhaps the mission that I'm sending you on. The circle needs to be broken. Chains need to be broken. This seems not like a message for me, but rather a message for you.
Who would come all the way out here to send a message?
Well, has any of your activity maybe attracted the attention of certain enemies of yours? I mean, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but it certainly seems like the people that you're traveling with are colorful characters. They don't seem to know how to be subtle.
Putting it lightly.
Yeah, but I haven't seen anyone that I recognize at all, and we haven't been in rebellion. Or
Well,
anything
just
else.
because you don't see them doesn't always mean they aren't there.
Oh god. And now they're following me out into the snow.
Well, you must have really pissed them off.
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
What does Nadru's face look like as they're having this telepathic talk?
Nadru's just kind of like,
I'd be tugging on your leg and be like, "You okay?" And we just keep doing that until you talk us down.
You see what I mean about them not being subtle?
I just kind of like push Krigar's head away. Yeah, I know that they're loud. And me being with them isn't the best because they're so loud.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, if you're trying to keep a low profile, I don't think it's all that useful being around this sort of company, but I will say they are entertaining.
Yeah, they really are. Did you see?
And you picked up a couple of stragglers as well.
They seem to be alright. They don't seem to be as loud as like Dilbit or something, so that's alright.
Well, we have been walking in the wrong direction
Yeah.
for a little while.
Look, I said that they're not loud. I didn't say that they're not stupid.
You aren't there for any of
Throw
this. You don't
another
know.
snowball at
You
them.
don't know.
You don't know
I
this is
know.
happening?
Don't worry, she's made to
Divine
do it.
smite.
You try to be nice to her, and then she'll stop.
Well, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I've been keeping busy in my little pocket dimension, my divine prison, so they say, and well, these sacrifices appear to have an ulterior motive. I believe that perhaps there's some plane jumping involved.
Do you know what they're trying to do exactly?
Well, I was unfortunately hanging out with a dear friend of mine in a separate pocket dimension that, well, is really just the most disturbing, gaudy, horrible place that I've ever been in. I mean, tragedy is just... the outfit choice, disgusting. But Underseer is good for information, I suppose. And, well, Vogue's seen a bit of a resurgence in certain areas, and Maleo seems to be really thriving at the moment.
Yeah, the star tube that we found near the Temple of Vogue is making noises again.
Fascinating. Perhaps situation is a little bit more closely linked than we thought.
Oh god. Okay, well, I still don't know what we're supposed to do with the tube, because if we take it out of the bag, it starts moving, and we don't know if it's moving inside of the bag. I know you said to dump it and run the other day, but...
Well, I didn't just say it for any old reason. These sort of things can be interesting devices, not just for opening up portals and thinning the veil between worlds.
Oh, yeah, apparently I can see things.
Well, we can all see things.
Yeah, no, but like, were you like...
You do have working eyes.
Were you there when we were in the shop with the guy that was a descendant from Hags? Were you there to watch that, or were you with Underseer or something?
Well, I'm always kind of there.
Well, were you paying attention?
Absolutely not.
Okay, he said that I will see shades.
Yeah, perhaps I should have mentioned that before.
It's been like 15 years!
Well, it never came up in my defense.
Have I seen them before?
You hear a pause. Well, yes.
What?
You might have just not realized that you'd seen them. Sometimes, if you're not looking for something, it's really... Well, I mean, a lot of these things hide in plain sight a little bit, but, since you've got an added connection to a different plane, so we'll say, and, well, I spent a bit of time within the veil for reasons that we're not gonna get into right now. I think that I may have accidentally, given you a little bit of extra pizzazz. It's my first time creating a connection with an individual from a different plane. How was I supposed to know that things
fine.
would kind of link up in this sort of way? It's not really, you know, I mean, I was just trying to be cool, I guess. I thought, like, you know, every single god is always up in their high horse saying, like, oh, I've got 50 1,000 followers, and like I talk to them all every day, and then I was like, well, I don't really care, but I'm gonna do it anyway, so I did, and it went wrong. Well, I don't think this is what they meant when they said talking.
Yeah, do you think more like Abelard, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Do you want me to act like that?
I want you to do whatever you'd like to do.
Cool.
I'm all about autonomy.
Yeah, that's great. You know, like we did it before ages ago, back in Rebellion, and it's just
And yeah, well,
when I had to.
see, don't blame me for thinking this, but I personally feel like we made an excellent decision. And that was to get the hell away
Yeah,
from those
no, definitely.
absolute psychopaths.
It's insane, though.
They're weird as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that it's not weird that you have a voice in your mind from a god in another plane and you can see ghosts and shit. But at least we're not sacrificing people, which they've moved on to.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I was trying to think of a way to bring it up, and I don't think that was the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they bad people at least?
I have no idea.
Well, I hope so.
I guess that kind of depends on your opinion of bad. I think sacrificing people is maybe not the best thing to do either.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't.
I mean, I can't say I would ever request you to, but I guess maybe they think I'm like some weird blood-drinking demon god or something. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, that's terrible news.
Yeah, I was trying to, find a way to organically bring it up and...
I don't think there's any way to organically bring up anything about that here at all.
Well, my time with Ondasia was unpleasant.
Yeah. Was she insane?
Oh, yeah.
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 Okay.
Crazy. Kind of wearing well, actually, how long ago did you eat?
Me?
Yeah. Do you have a queasy stomach? If I, you know what?
No,
Better I
I've been
don't
walking
tell
for
you.
a bit. It's fine.
Well, she's got some interest in fashion. Vold wears his big old bone armor situation. She tends to favor flaying.
Great.
Yeah.
The things you do to get information have to be stuck there.
Well, I am a little bit nosy.
Yeah.
I like to have my finger in all of the pies, so to speak.
That's gross.
I love how me saying I like to have my finger in all of the pies was gross, but not this lady wearing flayed skin. Sick.
That's a vibe.
I
That's a slay queen.
Live delusionally, live pure.
Yeah, based.
want to see as a bad bitch.
That's a slay queen moment. Having your fingers
A
in
slay
multiple
pussy queen
pies.
moment.
That's that's a disease waiting to happen.
Okay.
Not the flayed skin, obviously.
Yep.
Look, if you're wearing flayed skin, you probably cleaned it. You're probably
she did
You're
not.
either very immune to diseases,
Yeah.
have a lot of diseases,
Okay, if
or
it's
you
your
clean
fifth time wearing flayed skin, you're probably good.
That's true.
She probably does it more than once.
Anyways, go on.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, she's a little bit disturbing, so to speak, and just genuinely a little bit fucked up.
Yeah, you've said that quite a lot about her.
Yeah, well, you never really know unless you meet her, and I'm really hoping that you
I would
don't.
love to not ever be in her presence.
Well, it's certainly, it feels very much like your mind is not your own.
That sounds horrible.
Okay. I thought we gotten past all of the digs and everything, because
Wait,
really,
I didn't mean to do anything.
well, we're back in this position. I'm just trying to be nice. I go
Yeah,
off.
I'm just trying to have a conversation with you as well. I didn't mean.
Yeah, but you're being really passive aggressive.
I think that's just how I come across in general. That seems. to
It's a
happen
very flat, deadpan tone. There's no
Yeah.
like.
I'm sorry.
Now I don't really feel like you meant it. See, I'm off gallivanting with people that wear flayed skin, like blood dripping and shit all over the place, and getting information for you. And here you are making passive-aggressive digs. I just really
I'm
feel
also
like
here falling off of cliffs and nearly
I
dying
did
to rock
see
falls and nearly freezing to death and
Don't
this
forget the
like
dragon.
really big undead dragon thing that tried to kill us all. You know.
an undead dragon.
Yeah. Were you not there?
Well, I was there for the falling off the cliff, and then I thought if I commented on it, you'd probably,
Yeah, look, I was already crying. I was
probably not time to bring
Hey,
attention
yeah.
to
Don't
it.
fall.
I was already going through it at that point. But yeah, there was this horrifying undead dragon thing.
Well, that sounds lovely.
It was so lovely. We nearly died. Again.
Seems like there's a lot of that going around.
Yeah, and now there's the
Yeah, human sacrifices and all of this shit.
sacrifices, carving of things.
Yeah, I suspect you're being watched relatively closely.
That's awesome. What can we even do out here about that? There's so many places to hide, especially in the forest.
Or have you been keeping an eye out? Seen any weird shit recently?
Apparently there was a weird tree, but then when June put
What kind of weird tree?
I don't know, June put their hand on it and then nothing happened, but they said that it stuck to the tree like the night before.
Did you investigate the tree?
June put their hand on it and it was a normal tree again. I have faith in them.
Interesting.
Same faith that I had that we were walking the right direction.
Yeah, I'm not sure I share that same faith, but perhaps I need to see it to believe it. You haven't died yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, we all die someday. At least Rothor's relatively nice.
Okay. That makes me feel slightly better.
Actually, you and her have a similar vibe.
Oh,
You'd probably quite like her.
okay. Makes me feel better about dying. Thanks.
Well, as an immortal being, I personally won't ever experience it, but she's great for a
Well,
couple.
you said that you can die. Maybe one day you might.
Well, if everybody forgets me, or I get brought back to the material plane, bound there, and then certain weapons I use to kill me, then perhaps I will actually die. But I don't really like to tell people about that, because you never really know who you're speaking to, and maybe they might want to go and pick up one of these weapons.
Yeah. Sounds terrible. So hopefully you don't die that way. Maybe there's like a calmer way if you ever wanted to die. Maybe you don't want to die. This is up to you.
I mean, I'm trapped in a blank pocket dimension. I will let you fill in the gaps.
Yeah, I wanted to worse, like in better situations instead.
Hmm.
Okay. Is there anything that you want me to do in specifics? Do you think this temple that we're heading to is a good place to go? If you say no, it will be really upsetting. Look, I'm
Do
just-
I think it's a good place to head
well,
to, or
like
do you
for,
mean
for
to-
you at least? Like I
Well,
might
I
die
think
there,
you'll get
but-
something interesting out of it as
Okay.
well. I think I have a good feeling about what exactly is contained within the temple.
Okay.
from what I've heard, several of these chains and all sorts hidden around the place, and they're less about me and more about my connections. So all I'll say is that word on the grapevine is that this particular temple, this particular chain, involves quite a dear friend of mine, who I think you might have a significant connection to as well.
Another one?
Ecleos.
Oh, with the...
Yeah, ghosts,
Gross.
creepy shit, the paranormal.
Okay.
Just make sure you don't get bitten by anything. It's good life practice.
What? Okay. Kruger won't leave me alone now, so I have to...
No, I'm off in the corner with my hands and feet crossed because you keep pushing me away.
He's upset now, so I'm gonna go. Hopefully we don't die from whatever's stalking me.
Well, let me know if I can be of any more assistance. Is there anything you need me to investigate?
Who I might have made enemies of in Chronicle was the nearest big place that we were at where there were a lot of people.
See, here's the thing. I'm in a pocket dimension.
Okay.
I can't exactly, the one place I'm really forbidden from going is the material plane. To investigate something in Ronalorm or Rumbellium would be a pretty big no-no.
Yeah. Just see if it might be the Gambit. That might be the... Maybe they're following me? Do you think they're following me?
Interesting possibility. You don't think it's that, weird fella, do you?
He wouldn't leave, though.
Unless for a good reason, perhaps?
No. How am I supposed to find him if he's real? That's reassuring. Hope not. Hope that he's
Well, I'll keep my
still there.
ears out for any whispers of any sort.
Okay. Is there anything I can do for you? Or is this good enough?
Stay alive.
I'll try.
And, not to get sappy or anything, because I feel like we don't really have that kind of relationship. But I do appreciate you, trekking through all of this to find those chains for me. And I'm proud of you.
Gay. Sorry, I haven't used my voice for long enough. It's cracking. I know.
Yay!
Good.
Why are you gay?
Why?
I'm proud of you for putting yourself out there. I think it's never easy to deal with making new connections. It's always a hard thing, and well, you haven't had a good track record with it in the past, and I think it shows a lot of character to get up and go and do it again. Anyway, I've got to go and play some instruments now and go back to annoying you, so any last words?
Thank you.
I love you, Dad. I never gonna stop
I love
loving
you, bitch.
Dad,
I never
gonna stop loving
you,
bitch.
He'd probably be down for that.
Yarr.
What, being called dad?
Daddy.
No.
Daddy is gonna have my asbestos back.
Sorry, I'll stop.
Daddy, please.
You're very welcome. I'm Sorry that I couldn't do any more. But, well, I've been learning a couple of new tricks, and I think that you might appreciate this one.
Oh. Okay.
And you feel your eyes get drowsy and immediately begin to close.
Good night.
And when you open them again, you can feel this kind of tunnel vision, that kind of... and then it zooms back out. And you can see just on the periphery these shapes that begin to hover for a second, and then they're gone. And for the next day, you can add another +5 to your perception.
Yo! It's like a plus
A
10
plus
to perception.
5.
Your god like you.
I have plus 10 to perception. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Quake Pro.
Is that real?
I love him.
Is that permanent buff?
No, for the next
For
day.
the next day.
That's my god right there.
You're saying that to
Say you
Chiba?
would have fucked him already.
Scaly!
I don't know if you understand the relationship between gods and men.
No, I've
Sorry,
already
I'm
like
so
kind
sorry.
of in some
Oh, yeah.
now.
That's a daddy. That's like a daddy, please. I love you, please, moon daddy. Moon father, beg me.
Father!
Take me, moon daddy.
Why?
Everyone is ruining my world! Fuck! Anyway, so you can add a +5 to your perception rolls for the next day.
Thanks.
And everything seems, as you're looking at it, as you pass your eyes across it, it seems to kind of shutter at first like a camera, and you can see these little snippets of those same transparent ghostly figures that kind of just hover, the spectres. And then they're gone, and what you're left with is kind of vestiges of what appear to be staves of music that kind of just hover above the kind of above your vision, and as you look up it kind of moves higher with you.
Okay.
After a while you get used to it. It is a bit of an adjustment at first, but it's very, very faint. Unless you're looking for them, it kind of...
Go into
Oh,
the
so-
Minecraft settings and up the FOV.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Quake
yeah.
Pro.
Quake Pro vision.
I don't know what that is. But sure.
It's
It's like
when
on Minecraft. It's
you
like
can
the-
you can zoom it all the way to like max FOV and it says Quake Pro.
It
So-
turns you into a fish, so you can always see behind you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Quake Pro is an old video game, one of the first FPSs, and what the pros would do is they would turn their FOV on?
Yeah, FOV.
FOV just all the way out to the point where it no longer looked realistic, but you had such a larger field of vision,
So you can
and your-
pretty much see everything.
your flick speeds were a lot better.
I think maybe I'm too much of a jock to get these like niche jokes. Is this a
It's-
niche
This
joke? I
is-
don't know.
Oh no, this
It's
is like
so dumb.
early era gaming.
Or just Minecraft.
It's,
Minecraft.
It's I think it was just before the Halo games
Yeah.
had
Oh,
their
right.
big.
Post Doom,
Yeah.
pre Halo,
Yo.
like
That's
first person
what
shooter.
Code
Fucking Doom.
Doom slap. Anyway.
Very, it looks very similar to Doom.
I
Very
fucking love
cool.
Doom.
That sounds like a really cool interaction. Are you telling everyone about it? Or not really?
No, no, never, ever. We never get those.
Yeah.
This
I
is a
stopped
Nodra
looking like annoyed.
exclusive.
I see Kruger in the corner. I'm like,
I'm just like this, like.
I'm sorry. Come back here.
Oh my
Come
god,
here.
you're finally done.
I'm sorry. I was just I was speaking to him in ages, like a long conversation.
Doesn't he talk to you like every day?
Yeah, somewhat. Not really.
No?
Sometimes.
Doesn't he talk to you every day?
I just assume that's how it worked if he lives in your head.
I mean, he can if he wants to, but like, you know. Anyway.
Did he have anything useful? Anything enlightening?
Well, we already know someone's following us, but this is like a more definite thing, and I think it's my fault. So I'm sorry.
What?
Apparently, I might have made some enemies or something.
You made the Wanderer your enemy?
I don't think it's the Wanderer.
But the whistle.
I can whistle.
But like a second. But
No, but this is like.
This is when Chronicle
Prove it.
realizes they can whistle too.
Nadria, Leah can't whistle, but Nadria whistles.
You can't.
It's
That's
really
so
bad. When I try and whistle,
sad.
it's really bad.
Just go.
They're trying to kill me.
No, I can't do it. Anyway,
But.
inside Nadria whistle.
Okay, so who is it then, and should we be worried?
Is it just Abelard and Kruger in the?
Abelard's
I think
outside
after-
investigating the trail.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just Kruger. That's fine.
Well, I think the rest of the party have kind
I
of
wouldn't
come
be
up
able
to
to-
Yeah.
Abelard at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue on. Kruger and Nadria.
Okay. I don't know exactly who or what it is. It could be someone from my past. It could be
From Canaan?
no. It could be someone else.
The vague details are very helpful now. Like,
uh,
if you enlightened us with more details, we could maybe, it would maybe be helpful to protect you and by
Okay,
extension
there's-
protect us.
there's no exact.
No pressure.
Okay.
But it'd be helpful because life or death.
Yeah.
But all the pressure.
There's no exact, like, definitive proof on who it is, but there's this one guy that I used to be around a lot. He was really good at hiding and watching people and making sure they die if
Oh.
they were supposed to die.
Fuck.
Are they like you?
Yeah,
Like
so it's the Wanderer.
No.
yeah, I mean that sounds like the Wanderer, but
Okay, but it was just a guy. Like, I watched him grow up.
are they a changeling?
No.
Okay. Do they worship Shiva like you?
Yes.
Okay. What's with you and all the Shiva followers? I mean, I thought like belief in like the nameless few wasn't like that. Well,
there are like small communities.
oh, like what do you call it? It's like religion, but a lot less successful.
Occult.
Brain. Ding. Oh, a cult. Get up immediately like. Not yet. Down here.
What?
You're part of a cult. I promise I won't tell the others if you really don't want me to tell.
Yes.
Yo! Shut up! You're a part of a cult.
So the rest of the party's outside of the small shack, right?
And you can hear like this faint screaming from within, just
That's
this
it.
brief scream, and then a hand slapped over Kruger.
I'm just ready because I'm gonna pass a perception of 17, but I'm also pretty engrossed in this fucking trail.
What?
You're is that why you left home? Were the cult being too culty?
No.
No.
No, it's a way longer and more complicated story than just that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, it's a possibility. It's not defined or anything.
So, but another follower of your god is maybe on the hunt for you,
Maybe.
and now by extension us because you pissed them off.
I didn't even mean to piss them off. I
What did you do to piss them off?
don't think I did anything wrong. I didn't necessarily run away. It wasn't
Define necessarily.
like I left, but it's
With permission, or you just said, "I'll be back," like a dad says to their son, "I'll be back with a carton of milk and smokes like in a couple hours," and then they never come back. Is it that kind of vibe?
The D&D equivalent.
I just went out to the store for some healing potions.
I'm just gonna go and get some healing potions and some incense. I'll be back.
kind of in the middle. Like,
Okay.
it's vague. But like, I'm doing what they want, probably. So.
Well, yeah. Well, you're doing
I
what
think.
you're doing what the leader of your cult wants you to do. So I don't think they can be mad at you, technically.
Exactly.
Especially if they're in your head. You're getting direct messages.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting DMs. Direct messages.
It's canon.
Coined the term DM.
Crew got coined DM.
In universe now.
Yeah.
But now we're just gonna get to the alternate meaning.
Maybe they're not trying to kill me. Maybe they're trying to make sure I get stuff done. I don't know.
Could they whistle very ominously and evilly?
Can I like roll a history to see if I remember?
Ominous or creepy whistling, yeah. Oh, sorry, evil whistling.
Evilly. Evilly, which is not a word. Another coin.
Me when I
Weevilly.
wake up in the morning, evilly.
It's a 24?
Did they have an evilly whistle?
I mean, a lot of things that he did were a little bit ominous. A lot of the things that he did were a little bit ominous and maybe like a little bit evil, especially considering you think he's part of like a cult that sacrifices human beings. Maybe just like a bit of a hint that he could be doing things evilly. But you don't with a 24. I'll say you can remember him whistling a couple of times to like call something to him. But it's not like he sits in trees and just like whistles.
I mean, yeah,
it's not like a hallmark of him killing someone.
Okay. I mean, yeah, he's whistled a few times, I guess. I think.
But not an ominous evil laugh that seems, or whistle that seems to be in one direction, but at the same time every direction.
I have a question.
No.
Okay.
Have Dilbert and I just been walking?
We're back with Avalon.
I think you're back with the party now, unless you want to keep walking.
No.
Sure.
Okay.
No.
Well, secret's safe with me, but again, telling the party maybe about your friend might be a helpful thing. But I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
I'm gonna go outside.
Well, yeah, I was planning on telling people about him anyway, so.
Does this person have a name, or is it just mysterious figure?
Mysterious figure number 2.
Oh, shit.
His name was Nuriel.
How the fuck do you spell
Nuriel. N-U. R-I-E-L.
I-E-L.
This is canon. You're spelling it out in character.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's what I know him by, at least.
That's all I need to know.
Okay.
That's ominous.
I won't kill anyone with this name. I don't even know what that motherfucker looks like. I'm just gonna kill anyone on the spot.
Start asking people, what's your name? Anytime they say something starting with N-U.
Okay, and then Kruger will walk out.
Yeah, go.
Sure. At this time.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm rolling that 20 on that check on that trail. Where's it going?
Oh yeah. The
26.
dragging specifically.
Yeah.
The dragging seems to have originated in the center of the huts and seems to only go towards that hut.
Does it show what was being dragged?
Not really. It doesn't look huge. It could be a person, but the drag marks are probably only that wide, and there don't seem to be any odd grooves or anything. Like there's some sort of grooves, but they're not deep. So it might have just been the movement of whatever was being dragged through the snow, and the snow is kind of piled up into these sections within the path, but it seems to terminate at the hut.
I'll be back.
Get to the chopper!
Get to go, sir.
Is that?
I will
Different
never bring
movie?
cookies again.
Being dragged does not exist.
Yeah, so it doesn't seem to have gone or branched off anywhere.
Well, I was gonna be like, there shouldn't something following us. I guess maybe we should just, keep going.
What is taking everyone so long?
I'm sorry.
God, we started walking like 20 minutes ago.
Andrea was in a call.
A call with who?
The phone has been invented.
Who are
No,
you
it's just
calling?
moved from a prayer. Soz, I'm calling God.
It's okay, I kind of get it now. I talk to gods too.
Yeah, so you understand. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just talking to Chivo then.
Oh, cool.
Because they can direct message or DM.
Yeah, I get it.
Or
I
they
get
can,
it now. I get it.
Or
I'm-
DM.
I'm cool and hip as well.
Does your god DM you?
Do it tries.
Roll an intelligence check.
Blood vessel.
It's not bad. 15.
You think with a little bit more time and effort, you might be able to connect with your god. You're not too sure if there will ever be a direct link with Shivoth basically sharing Nadria's mind space with you and Maya. But you give it a shot, and you can feel your glove that you made heating up a little bit.
Does it change color?
You're looking down at it?
Yeah.
You can see there appears to be a singular dragon on the actual gold now that appears to be enchanted and kind of gently flaps around in between your knuckles and down through your palm and over the different elements of this glove.
Cool. I show that to Nadria and go, yeah, look at this.
That's awesome.
I didn't do that.
That's great.
That was-
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. Why are we still here? Let's go.
Yeah, there was just that thing in the hut.
What was the
Look,
thing?
I kind of
Can I go look?
Yeah,
I
you
go look
can
at the
see
thing.
the crudely kind of carved markings of Chivoth.
Is that what he
It
looks
looks it looks a little bit more jagged, and the actual triangle, and the circle appears to actually be really well done for what you assume is a freehand circle.
These guys have way too much time on their hands.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, so someone obviously is.
And then you can see the circle that's broken.
Yeah,
it doesn't
someone's
look completely-
obviously following
And
us.
this matters following us.
Yeah, haven't you heard about them talking about the whistling?
I mean, I've just been kind of walking.
Oh, yeah, well, someone's following us. It might be my fault. Well.
What?
What? How is it your fault, first of all? And second of all, stop it! Get him to leave us alone!
Stop it.
I don't know. I was.
Jesus. Continue, please.
I was just speaking with Chiba, and he said that I might have pissed someone off.
So unpiss them off. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know why.
We've got shit to do.
I don't know who I pissed off or why I pissed them off. So I don't know. It's my fault.
I get
but
it.
It's also
You
not
piss
my
me
fault.
off all the time.
Oh fuck you! You piss me off all the time.
Oh, well, now we're even, I guess.
Adri, what does this thing that might be following us look like? Just,
Okay, I don't know exactly.
Is it a big dragon?
No.
Fuck.
that's a bad thing. We don't want that.
But he was so cool.
Yeah, and he was trying to kill us. I don't know who is following us. I don't know exactly. The only thing that I know that might be following us, he's a tiefling. He's blue. That's the best that I've got.
So basically, we should go.
Does blue tiefling mean anything to me? Do I know any blue
I was
tieflings?
just looking at you.
Is there like a single blue tiefling that I know?
One of your family members is a
Uncle Ben?
No.
It could be anyone. Not that you think is doing things evilly.
These idiots, I will tell them.
Travel across the world.
Can I do a perception check?
You may have help from Avalon.
Yeah, as I'm outside, can I see
Yeah.
if there's anyone else nearby?
Go
And
for it.
help?
Yeah. To help.
I'm gonna guidance myself.
As
If it's, like,
you're
stepping or
stepping
something.
outside to go and have a look around the clearing, Abelard stepping out with you, you can hear in your head that same zzz, and then it kind of, and then after a minute, you can hear, fuck it, this thing is so shit, it never works. Welling is very, very bad. These portals can open up wherever and transport things between planes, and then it just gets cut off.
I guess it's just like
no.
panically
What
in
else is in
response.
the
It's
bag,
just gonna be. It is linked to Mayo. Malayo. Is in a bag of holding. How to get rid of.
You managed to reply to this message this time, and you think it's gone through. You hear that same after it. Nothing else kind of comes back. Whilst this is happening, whilst you're panicking and hearing this voice in your mind, Nadria, you rolled
A 31.
What?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Witness all.
Let's go.
Quake Pro something's behind you, just going.
Your head just.
Bring back.
That plus 10 perception is insane.
Crazy, man.
Your balance. The Shelvin.
As you're looking around this clearing, you hear the faint breeze that rustles pine needles, sending them floating down to the ground, standing up straight in the snow. You can see a nearby tree begins to and appears to have a certain wind that is focused directly on it and shifting some of the branches above. After a moment, it completely stops. You can see a small shape in between the trees.
Oh, fuck.
And just over the horizon, you can see what appear to be a plume of smoke rising from beyond the forest itself, getting bigger and bigger by the second. It seems quite a ways away, but as you're standing there, you can smell something sharp and acrid carried on the breeze towards you. And that is where we're going to take our break for this session.
What?
Thank
I feel
you
like
for...
we should change the title.
We'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this first part of our session. If you're on Twitch, we will see you in just a moment. If you're on YouTube, we will see you guys in the next part. Thank you so much for bearing with our zoomies for this first part. I'm sure we'll be better in the second half.
Not bloody likely. There's more cookies. I mean, what?
Because
It's already gone badly. Much love to you all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you'd like to catch up on anything that you might have missed, please go and check out the YouTube link down below. It's always a pleasure, never a chore to DM for you all. And we will see you guys in a little bit. Goodbye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.